pray for voting rights of Indian citizens should be amended as fundamental right like right to life of Article 21 by year 2026 from statutory privileges as of now. Amen. In any democratic nation, the right to vote is not just a privilege but a fundamental cornerstone of the governance system. In India, the right to vote holds profound significance, reflecting the essence of democracy enshrined in its constitution. Constitutional foundation in India, the right to vote finds its roots in various provisions of the constitution, primarily under Article 326 to 329. Article 326 specifically guarantees the right to vote to every citizen above the age of 18, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, or religion, subject to certain exceptions as prescribed by the law. The right to vote allows eligible citizens to participate in choosing their representatives. In India, it is central to representative democracy and enable accountability and public participation. While guaranteed through universal adult franchise, its nature has largely been interpreted as statutory, not fundamental. While it is not explicitly mentioned as a fundamental right in the Constitution, it is implicit in the broader framework of fundamental rights such as the right to equality, right to freedom of speech and expression, and right to life. But Supreme Court reaffirmed that voting is not a fundamental nor a common law right but a simple statutory right. Being a statutory right means Parliament can impose reasonable restrictions such as disqualification or procedural changes. The right cannot be enforced through Article 332 like fundamental rights. Redressal is through regular legal channels. In an area of increasing voter suppression concerns, digital disenfranchisement and electoral roll errors, the legal status of the voting may impact how robustly the right is protected. On post-independence, the framers of Constitution feared that making it fundamental would flood courts with voter-related disputes, paralyzing a fledgling republic. But constitutional framers were clear that the right to vote must remain constitutionally protected so that the future government could not tamper with that. Dr. Ambedkar explicitly warned that without constitutional protection, the right to vote would be vulnerable to alternation by ordinary law. Right to vote is not a fundamental right, not even a constitutional right. It's merely statutory privilege created and governed by ordinary law and therefore capable of being altered by it. If the right to vote is statutory, it can be restricted or reshaped by simple parliamentary majority. When threatened by bureaucratic excess or legislative manipulation, its standard of protection is low. Courts are unlikely to test alleged violation of the right against principles such as due process, reasonableness, or proportionality. Fundamental rights are listed in Part 3 of the Constitution protecting equality and liberty. The state cannot violate them and they are directly enforceable in the Supreme Court under Article 32. Constitutional rights are the rights that exist in the Constitution outside Part 3, such as the right to property or free trade or no taxation without the authority of law. They are enforced through legislation and can be challenged before high courts under Article 226. Statutory legal rights are rights arising from ordinary laws such as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act or the Forest Right Acts 2006. They are enforced through legal procedures or set out in the respective statutes. Now our voting right under Election Commission mercies and whims and fancies of that institution like people named delisted from Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act by bureaucratic desires and convenience. So prevent this malpractice. Right now no accountability institution of election commissions for special intensive revision exercise voting rights should be amended as fundamental right in our constitution like right to life of Article 21. Bible talks about voting should be fundamental right in India. Romans chapter 11 verse 35. Or who has first given to him, that it should be repaid to the giver. Amen.